What's up, guys? It's 2026, and you probably have some goals for the new year. Whether that's getting more organized, being more productive, or starting that project you've been meaning to. Nothing kills motivation more than a slow PC. If your computer feels sluggish, maybe it's slow to boot or slow when you open a new tab, don't go buy a new computer just yet. 90% of the time, it's actually not the hardware. Today, I'm going to walk you through a complete safe, step-by-step guide on how to optimize your Windows PC. Whether it's a laptop or a desktop, we're going to get that bad boy running like it's brand new again for the new year. Let's jump in. The very first thing, and this is probably one of the most important things, is updates. You want to make sure your device is updated. Now, 90% of the people think, oh, go into Windows, update it, you're good to go. That's actually the first step, and there are two additional steps you want to take. There's basically three methods to keep your device updated, and you want to do all three. The first way is Windows updates. Now, if you've ran your Windows updates and you're having monitor issues still, or docking station or headphone issues, or maybe it's not printing or something like that, you've got to use the update tool that came with your hardware, or you'll have to manually install it and run that. So to start out with, just go ahead and check your updates. And to do that, you right-click your Windows icon, Settings, Windows Updates, and you check for updates. Go ahead and turn that on too if you don't have it on already to keep your device updated. Now, Windows doesn't play well with some hardware updates like your BIOS updates and things like that. But if it does pick it up, you're going to see it here in Advanced Options. Now, if you click on this, you'll see Optional Updates. Now, these are important updates, and it sucks that Windows likes to hide it in here, but you definitely want to check these. If you're having like monitor issues, it's flickering or not coming on at all, or keyboard, mouse, or headphone issues, go ahead and check this bad boy right here. It'll tell you how many you have available. In my case, I don't have any available right now, but say you're having monitor issues. Your monitor is flickering or it won't come on at all, but you have it connected to your laptop or your desktop, but it's just not working. You see the light on the monitor on, you know they're both plugged in, it was working fine yesterday. This is most likely gonna come down to a missing update. Now, if you've ran your Windows updates and your optional updates and you still are having issues with it, of course, naturally reboot. But if that doesn't fix it, check your update tool, your hardware update tool. So I have an MSI motherboard, but you might have Dell or Lenovo or HP. No matter what it is, you can use the update tool provided by that company. So let's say we have a Dell. If we have a Dell, just in your search bar, search for Dell. It's going to be named the Dell Update Command or Dell Command Update. Just click on that, open it, and run it. Now, if you have Dell or Lenovo or HP and you don't see the update tool installed, let's install it. So to start out with, just in case, so everyone knows, if you're not sure what kind of hardware you have, maybe somebody built the computer and you bought it from them, you can just type in system information, and then in here you'll see system manufacturer. Mine is MicroStar MSI. Yours may be Dell, Lenovo, HP, something different. And then from there, just open up your browser and search for that tool. I don't know, for instance, the name of the Dell update tool. Even though I use it all the time, I can't remember. So all I'm going to do is type in Dell update tool name. Okay, Dell Command Update, DCU. So if I have a Dell and I don't have that installed, I'm just going to click on the first option here. And it looks like you can install it right here. So you'll install it, run it. Once you have it open, you should see check for updates. And then install any of the updates it finds. If you have a docking station with your laptop and it's giving you grief, most likely you need to use this tool. Same for Lenovo. If we're unsure of the name, I know it's Lenovo Vantage, but I'm just, for instance, if you don't know, you just type in, just do a quick Google search, and Lenovo Vantage, HP, don't know the name of that off the top of my head, HP Support Assistant. So Google it, download it, install it, run it, and you're good to go with 99% of your issues if it comes to peripherals, which are your anything connected to your device, wired or wirelessly. That's it for the updates. Let's move on to the next step. Next, we're going to check our power options. Now, Windows likes to save energy as their default setting. Now, that's fine if you have a laptop and you're using the laptop battery mostly, but if you want performance, it's just a quick change, and you can change this whenever you want. And First of all, you want to search for control panel. Your view might look like this, actually, category. If so, just select hardware and sound. If your view looks like this, we're just looking for power options. So in here, select power options, or again, you can use the category way and select hardware and sound and then power options. I have mine set to high performance already because I have a desktop and it's always plugged in. But even if I had a laptop, I'm going to set it to high performance as well, unless I plan on traveling. That way I get the best performance I can. That's it for the power options. Let's move on to the next step. The next thing we want to do is tame our visuals. By default, Windows has a lot of pretty animations, like windows fading in, shadows under your menu, things like that. And if you have a slow or an older PC, adjusting these will instantly help your computer feel a bit snappier. And to make these adjustments, simply search for Advanced System Settings and then select Settings under the Performance block. Make sure you're on the Advanced tab though before you click Settings. And yours is probably going to look a bit different. This is what I use, and honestly, I can't even tell a difference with only these three selected. Now, by default, yours will probably look like this, and if you wanted to get the best performance, you can change it to adjust for best performance. It unchecks everything, but that is a bit ugly. So again, I use smooth edges is one of the biggest things that helps it from not looking so ugly. And then I also use slide open combo boxes and show thumbnails instead of icons. And those are the only three I have selected. So I'm going to hit cancel since mine is already set to these three. As you can see, my File Explorer looks fine. Windows looks fine. To me, it looks good enough. Like I said, I can't even tell a difference with only these three selected compared to everything selected basically. Next, and this is probably one of the most important steps of this video. By default, every app on your computer wants to start up when your computer boots and it wants to just nom that memory away. We don't want it to do that. So we're going to go through and purge our startup apps. And to do that, all you have to do is simply right click your taskbar, select Task Manager, select Startup Apps, and then go ahead and sort this by enabled to disabled, and disable anything you're not using every time you get on the computer, besides your security software and maybe OneDrive, things like that. So keep it minimal. That way your computer doesn't take forever to boot up, and that way you don't have a million things running in the background that you're not actually using. Again, if you're not using it every time you're on the computer, I recommend just disabling it. And to do that, just simply right click and select disable. This is not going to kill it permanently or anything like that. It's just going to keep it from starting the app in the background whenever you boot up your computer. So right click and disable, or right click and enable if you need it to start up every time your computer boots up. Additionally, we want to make sure there's no hidden startup apps. And to do that, you can simply right click your Windows icon, select Settings, select Apps on the left hand side, and then select Startup. And just scroll through here and check what's enabled and disable anything you need to. Next, we want to focus on storage space, and a full hard drive is a slow hard drive. So what we're going to do is enable a little feature called Storage Sense. And to do that, simply right click your Windows icon again, open up Settings, select System, and then go to Storage. And right here you'll see Storage Sense. It's about midway down. And just make sure you have that enabled. You can click on it to configure it. I have mine set to run every week, and it will delete your temporary files or things in your recycle bin, and just keep your computer free of clutters, which ultimately helps with your PC performance. Next, we want to go ahead and purge software we're not using from our computers. I recommend doing this every now and then. To do that, just go back into your settings, select Apps, installed apps, and just scroll through here. Some things you may not know what they're used for, and in that case, go ahead and do a quick Google search to make sure you're not uninstalling anything important. You'll see stuff like Feedback Hub and things like that that you don't need on Windows, and you can just click three little dots and uninstall. Finally, we want to check our browsers. Most people are using their browser 90% of the time. I know I say 90% a lot, but honestly, if you're on the computer, you're probably using your browser. And if it feels slow or clunky, just go ahead and check your extensions and make sure it's up to date. So to check your extensions, depending on the browser you have, you'll just hit the three dots and then look for something that says extensions. I'm using Firefox, so I'm going to select extensions and themes. and just make sure you have your extensions that you're not using disabled or uninstalled. I do have one extension for YouTube, and that's all I use. If you followed all those steps, you should notice a significant difference. Your apps should snap open quicker, your boot time should be faster, and your PC should overall just feel less bogged down. Don't let your computer ruin your productivity in 2026. And if you like this video, consider hitting the like button. It really helps the channel. And if you want more tech guides to get you through 2026, consider subscribing, and have a great New Year's.
Do it!